So what can you say other than, wow, that event that Grasshopper had, man, was truly, truly amazing. But before I go on, we got to do the drink. However, this time, uh, there isn't really much of a drink because I am just drinking some tea. Because yesterday, I was on a boat all day, and we were drinking and drinking and drinking and smoking Cuban cigars. So I kind of just like today, I just need to relax. But back to the event. Truly, truly amazing. I mean, meeting everybody personally was the highlight for me. Playing the game naturally is cool too, but it was always more for me about meeting everybody. Truly, truly amazing to meet everybody. And Doug at Historical Board Gaming, truly amazing to donate all the stuff he did. I mean, we got America game. I mean, I haven't had a chance to play it, but I'm definitely going to play it, especially since it only says it only takes a few hours to play. Looks great. I told him the first thing I'm going to order is some new roundels. I'm not the cardboard person anymore. I like the historical board gaming roundels. They're truly, truly epic. So, can't wait to try this baby out. And also, there was a drawing there that I won the 36 game. And these cards here, these are really, really great cards. I mean, they're, looks like it's printed on styrene. And these are really, really great cards. And I never had a chance to play this game. I have been asked several times to make a card deck for this game, and which was always difficult because I didn't have the game, and I wasn't, I didn't want to spend money on a game to make a card deck for a game I don't play. But now that I have it, yeah, I'm totally down to try it out and do some stuff with it. Especially this is great quality stuff. These charts are great. Really, really nice. Really, really nice charts. There's so many of them. So again, thank you, Doug, so much for everything you did for the event. The prizes were great, and of course, to Grasshopper and his team for this event. It was truly an amazing time, and I also had time to hang out with General Hand Grenade for a few days prior to the event. So we did Niagara Falls, the CN Tower. He did a video, Toronto Raid. So you can see all the footage on there. I don't need to go over it again. But in another note, I've been asked a lot for my dice. I've had neglected my channel for quite some time, mainly because I was just so busy preparing to go to the tournament. So I was getting a lot of games in addition to I had a lot of battle box orders I was getting out, and it's just the time is just to do the channel was just like, man, it just wasn't there. It wasn't there. But I did get, while I was in Canada, I did get all of my dice orders have shown up. I can't even hold anymore. But there's tons of dice. So I get back on those, and I know I've had a lot of emails and messages that I haven't even answered. I guess I apologize. I see it, and generally I see it when I'm on my phone, and I'm not a phone guy. So then I would never get on my computer to message anybody back, and I said I was trying to be a dick on purpose. It was just it's just I never got on the computer ever. Hardly ever got on the computer. So what else is going to happen? Okay, so back to the battle box. I am only doing 50. Even from the get-go, I was only doing 50. I just never mentioned this. On the bottom of each drawer is numbered what it is. I'm currently on number 24. So there's only going to be, like I said, another. I'm half done, right? I'm not gonna make any more. But I'm not gonna. Also, at the same time, I'm no longer gonna take orders. As far as you pay me and I make it. They have already paid for themselves as far as the time and investment I did in them originally. So I'm just gonna make them, and then as they become available, I'll say, hey, I got this one available, this one available, this one available. That way I can just do immediate ship out. That way it's no stress on me that I have to get this done. Just They'll get done when I feel like getting them done, and then I'll let you guys know what's available. I will try to keep always a full set of 5. That way, just whatever one's a go is a go. Now, there is going to be one change, only because I've had a few people um, ask me about, they like the sound of the dice rolling sometimes, not necessarily on the leather. Leather was kind of soft. I don't want to downgrade the product as far as not having leather in the main unit, but the lid, I'm going to have that just be felt only from now on. That way there is a loud one, and then there is a soft one. Like I said, it's more than one or two people have asked me about it. It's kind of up there, so that's why I'm just going to make this change. I don't want to do custom orders. Hey, can you do mine and fell? Hey, can you do this? I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do the main units will be in the leather. I do just because I don't want to downgrade the way it looks or anything like that. But the lid itself that pops out, that'll just be felt only. So aside from that, that'll be the only change from here on out. Now about the Invitational, I'm a fan of the point system. I believe in a tournament setting there should be some sort of a point to recognize a winning side and a losing side, because it really is hard sometimes to really beat the game, especially in a timed environment. But what I didn't like is how the time was utilized. I didn't like that, we'll say, Table A played 7 rounds, while Table B played 10 rounds, while Table C played 12 rounds. I don't think that was a fair assessment of how to distribute the points to see who's the winner. Naturally, if you were on Table A and you played 7 rounds, there probably would have been a different winner if you played 11 rounds, say like Table C. And I really think that, even though General Hand Grenade and we came in second, I don't believe we earned second. We didn't have the most points. Our tables, now, we had really fast tables. We played, a good 10 or 11 rounds each day. Okay, so that gives us, we'll just round it down. We'll just say we had, General Hand Grenade and I had 30 rounds of play. There was a lot of tables that had 7 rounds of play. So 7, 7, 7, 21 versus our 30. We had 9 more rounds to play than some of the other tables. And I don't think that's a fair assessment. That's almost another game for us. If we would have played 7 rounds, we would basically play 4 games to their 3. Obviously, there's a lot more chance to win in those scenarios. There's a lot more chance to lose in those scenarios. There's a lot more chance to get tokens in those scenarios. And so that's the only part I personally thought was unbalanced. I think maybe there needs to be a set time frame as far as rounds. Say, hey, we're going to be open from 10 to 10. You cannot play more than 9 rounds. If you get done early, great, you reset up the game, and we'll see you tomorrow. I believe that would help, because you might win. Like, say, because we did some time strategy, General Hand Grenade and I think we did it on 2 games. We did a time strategy to help us win. When we really, the second game we were okay for the second game, but the first game we were not okay. We were definitely down, and I've heard there were other tables that did time strategy by playing slow, and we did time strategy by playing fast. And what I mean by playing fast, I mean by not even playing, by skip, 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 skip. We were allies, and it was almost the end of the day. This is game 1, and we were, America went. Well, had we have played Britain and we have played Anzac, we probably would not have been able to play another round. I mean, the time was there. How it worked was, when Grasshopper called time, you finished that round. So if you were on Anzac's turn, well, your game's pretty much over. If you were on Germany's turn, you still have a full round. But America just went, and I was America, and I needed one more turn to get this token to tie the game, right? And it just wasn't going to happen. There wasn't enough time. So we used the time strategy and skip to put Germany up on top again to give us time for America, which, and then the Philippines liberation was our second token, and it was time. So I don't think those types of strategies should be used in this environment. If there was a set number of rounds, there's a set number of rounds. There's no prolonging the game. As football. You don't want to run the clock out, right? And nor do you want to skip all your turns to use those as an advantage. I think everybody should have the advantage. So whatever rounds it is, if it's 8, 9, 10, I think 10's a little high just because of some of the playing tables that we saw. They never got to 10, so they probably won't get to 10 regardless. So 8 or 9 maybe would be my preference to how many rounds you can play. So that takes that whole advantage out of the element. It takes the whole advantage of other teams getting more points than other teams. And also, like I said, you might be winning, or you might win, but your opponents might be playing too slow and are slowing you down, and it's impossible because you need a few more rounds to do this. And the writing's on the wall. The writing is on the wall. The other team is done. However, the clock ran out, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you played, say, 6 rounds. Well, that's not fair to a team that just played 10 rounds and they were able to win their game. You would have won your game. So, like I said, as far as points go, I guess the very first round, it was labeled as a tie, but we actually lost. They didn't call it a token. Nobody saw that they got the token. It wasn't like anybody cheated or anything like that. It was just like it was overlooked, and so it put us at a tie. So with that scenario, how the point systems worked, I'm very thankful that we have seconds, but I don't honestly kind of think maybe we didn't earn second. I'd probably feel more comfortable if we had the bronze. I don't think we were like the losing team, as far as the 10 teams went. I don't think we were bottom or anything, but I don't think we were number 2 either. But hey, that's just how he had it set up, and like I said, I'm thankful for everything that was set up. It's just the time thing. Maybe that can get tweaked for the next one, so everybody gets the fair amount of rounds. So enough about that. Oh, of course, meeting Larry Harris and everything was really cool. And there was a couple things that did go missing. General hand grenade mentioned. It's hard for me to believe that somebody stole anybody's stuff. Pink Panthers, he had a thing signed that said bonsai. It was a little weird that when Grasshopper mentioned it on the mic, hey, if you have a bonsai one, you picked it up on accident, and nobody turned it in. That was a little odd. You would think, because I think everybody was there the second day that was there the first day. I had a cigar walk off, paid $30 for it, but it's hard for me to stomach that somebody took it. I think maybe it was on cleanup duty or something. And General hand grenades tripod, no idea what happened to that. And that's just a crazy thing too. I can't imagine. I don't know what they did after hours or before hours as far as cleanup's concerned. Maybe it just got cleaned up. Maybe everything got put somewhere by the night people, and the morning people didn't know where it was. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if we looked around the closets and stuff, maybe we would have found his tripod. My cigar's probably in the garbage. It's just, whatever. It's just one of those things. But about the cigars, I know I've been talking about doing woodworking on my channel, and I have an awesome table design to start doing this. Man, sorry, still a little sick from last night. But I have to do something else first. I have to do a humidor because I brought back 26 Cuban cigars from the event, and now I need to make a humidor for it. And I know a humidor has nothing to do with Axis and Allies, but I do want to introduce woodworking into my channel. So that will be our first project. So I know I said the table would be the first project, but I really got to get a humidor for these cigars. you know, as soon as possible. So probably next weekend I will start that task. And let me see what else was there. I'm trying to look around for signs of something I'm forgetting because I think I said everything. Just again, apologize for my absence from this channel. And there is another channel I've been meaning to mention, but his name is G.I. Joe. He has some great new videos. It's just, I haven't seen it in a while. He's probably got a ton more now. This was like 2 months ago, and I meant to mention him, and I just, like I said, I have not been on. I do have an Anzac strategy. I like. I didn't get a chance to do it at the tournament. I was only Anzac once, and I was getting killed by Gargantua at the time, so I couldn't do it. But I do like it a lot, so I will make a video on that. Also, I can finally do my Russia one. I have some Russia stuff, and then my Japan one. I did a few changes to the normal Japan that you would see. I know there's going to be a few more now because Gargantua showed me a couple other things that I didn't do already, like an air base in, I don't know the name of the city, but or the country, but I'll show you the video because I do like the air base. Aside from that, he did Japan pretty much how I would do intrally, like there's no factory purchase. There's different things that you do, and it's funny as I was actually told Brian about these ideas back in Niagara Falls, so he tested with it in Niagara Falls. He liked it, and he was Japan on the second day. The second day we played Dogs of War, and he was Japan on there, and he did that strategy again that I was kind of going with. And now I'm confirmed that that's a good strategy because that's what Gargantua did to us. So I'll do a video on that. It's not really a video. It's not like a strategic video. It's just kind of like, this might be a little better of a scenario as far as purchases go and transporting units and stuff like that. So I think that's it. So like I said, didn't mean to ramble so long. Just again, thank you for everybody at the tournament. Everybody was great. Everybody was really nice. It was a pleasure to meet everybody. It was especially a pleasure to hang out with Genoa and Goody for so long. It was like we had a great time running around the city, running around Niagara Falls, and really great guy. And our opponents were great. Of course, you got to tip your hat to Gargantua and Vance. They tore everybody up, and so good job, guys. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you probably next weekend for the Humidor video. I probably won't get a chance to do any strategy videos this week, but I'm back to work now after being gone for a while, and it's just swamp. It really sucks. So that's it, guys. Thank you much. Take care.